There we go. This is Beamer and Son Garage today. Today we show our cats. We show our animals today that are taking care of our vehicles. We have some famous ones around here. There's Geo, and of course Geo stands for, a gray one, Geo. We have a brand newcomer here. This is Squeak. Squeak! Squeaker! Yeah, that's Squeak. Baby. And then we got Baby over there. Spot. Spot's eating. And there's Mouser with the brand new additions to the Beamer and Son Garage collection of kitties. We got GW. GW's over there peeing in space. And of course Spot. She's eating too. Geo's gonna jump in there and get her some treats. Up on the chair there, another famous kitten. We call this one Joe. And this was named after Joe Romping. Very famous person, my best friend, and just love Joe Romping. His family consists of 3 children, little Joe and Maxwell, who I just love Maxwell, and then their sister Anna. And I love all 3 of those kids like they're my own. Also, we got down here a couple other famous kittens. We got one we call Matt, and she's roughhousing with her kitten Sam, just playing. And then playing with Sam's tail, of course, that's Preston. They got a little lounge bed over there they lay on. It's just typical playing. There's Squeak down there at the end there, underneath the lounge bed. Just kitties, just playing, having fun. That's Sam, the black and white one. He goes after anything. That's one crazy kitten right there. We just love our cats around here. We love all our animals. We got 5 dogs and, oh God, I'd have to count my kitties up, but we got quite a few kitties, probably 10, 15 kitties now, something like that. They keep multiplying. And we're into the summertime, and this is what I call the summer fold right here. And these are some of the offsprings of the summer fold right here. And there's the famous cat Spot. Spot. We love this cat here. This is our famous fence walking cat. And Mouser, she'll get all the mice around here. Of course, I call that cat right there, I call her actual Mouser. She is a heck of a hunter. She was in the house with her kittens. I keep them in the house at night. I don't leave the kittens out. So she comes in with her kittens at night, and she got a mouse in the house. So they are doing a job for me here. Between taking care of the house inside, they also take care of all the cars out here. And there is a creek out here, and we have all kinds of critters. We got snakes, we got possums, we got rabbits. We got all kinds of creatures out here. And my animals do a good job. They get snakes and they get frogs, and they have frog legs up here on the porch. They'll bring them up and they eat the legs right off the frogs. And yeah, it's pretty much a feast over here at Beamer and Son Garage. You can see how these cats just are very affectionate. It's all about the animals and the hot rods and the cars here at Beamer and Son Garage. There's one laying around there, lounging on my old recliner. I could have thrown it out, but the cats would enjoy it more than the garbage man would have. So I kept the old recliner around. Most of these kittens grew up on that recliner. You can see the leather, pleather, whatever you want to call it, just literally just tore off of it and just shredded off of it with their claws. This was like this in the house before I replaced it. I got a new recliner now that I use in the house now, and this here is the old recliner that I used to sit in. It's broken down, it's destroyed, but you can see here Joe just loves that. He just loves it. And of course, right out here is what they're protected. There's all these automobiles and trucks and cars, and there's our newest addition over there, the new garage to the Beamer and Son garage. It's right there. It's a big building there, as you can see in the picture there, with a green roof. We sheeted the sides. It's not done yet, but she's 12 foot tall. There's the old garage that we still use, and we love the old garage. Don't get me wrong. It's an extra long garage, and but the new one is, you know, going to be bigger and badder than the old one. Of course, you can see it's taller. It's not as long yet, but I'm going to extend it. I'm going to put a couple lean tubes on it too, and it's going to be really a nice little addition to the, you know, property. Yeah, we have quite a bit of property here. You can see my trailer over there and my little Toyota. I said I'd never own a Toyota unless somebody gave me one. Well, you know, somebody gave me one. Down there you can see there's Sam down there playing by that tree down there, way down there. And into the dirt bikes down there. You can see some dirt bikes under the deck right there. There's some dirt bikes there, stuff piled on top of it. There's the Escort, very famous car right there, Ford Escort station wagon. There's one of my quads right there. There's my ATV 2001 Honda Rancher. It's a 350cc Rancher, and it does a real good job for us on the property. We really like the Rancher. It's, you know, it's a utility one. We have a racing quad too. And of course, over here is Sheba's $350 doghouse. That's where the queen lives at right there. Sheba, Sheba, Sheba. And here she comes. There's the queen around here. That's Queen Sheba, named after King Solomon's mother. I believe it's a biblical name, Sheba. And let's love a Sheba. But over here is, you know, the showcase of the property here. This is the new building here, and under it is our our motor home, but we call it our mobile operational center. This is where all the movie madness happens here. You can see there's a line right there coming over, and it comes down and it goes into the motor home, and that is our internet, and it follows all the way and it stretches from the house all the way. And if you can see that or not, the line, yeah, you can see that line. And I ran that line. It runs all the way from the house. And originally I was going to put it in the motorhome. There's my Roadrunner. 70 bad to the bone car right there. 70 Roadrunner. There's one of my other tow trucks. We're going to be showcasing that one. It's a hydraulic recovery tow truck with twin winches. And it's a XL Ford Super Duty, 350 Super Duty. And we're going to be showcasing that soon. And the Charger, of course, and this is a new addition over here, the Duster. We love the Duster. But we're going to go down here. We're going to check out our barn. Here at Beamer and Son Garage, we got a barn. Oh, and guarding the barn is Spike. He guards the barn and the back of the garage. I've had some trouble where people decided they wanted to see what I had in that garage and try to get some, and they got some all right. Right there. Yeah, they got some. His name's Spike. Not Spike. Yeah, that's my buddy right there. Over here is, of course, our convertible that we keep under the new building that we're building. There's the convertible. We love the convertible. We got her tarped and got her under this building, of course, because it's a convertible. Over here is the trucks and some more cars and a Mustang, and we got a little shack up on the hill there. It's basically a storage building, but you know, it does have electric and it does have an air conditioner in it. It's, you know, it could be livable. You could live in that if somebody wanted to live in that. I prefer a little easier living. The motorhome is would be nice to live in, but I have a collection of lawnmowers. Here's a Craftsman. Here's an Ariens. Here's a Murray. When you have this much property, you have to have a way to keep the grass down. And you can see there's some weeds growing up. I'm kind of a lazy with the weed eater, but I do have a $400 Stills weed eater. I just haven't got it out this year. And of course, over here is the John Deere, the Cadillac of the lawnmowers around here. That's my John Deere 4-wheel steer, X model 304, and I just love the John Deere. It really does a good job for me around here. And of course, there's Spot. That's my shadow right there. Old Spot over there. She follows me everywhere. And then we got another Craftsman mower. I like these Craftsman mowers, and I really thought they were the ultimate lawnmower until I got the John Deere. Once I got the John Deere, I realized right then that this is the Cadillac of mowers, and it's sporting an 18 horsepower Kawasaki engine that I really like, and it's got a digital dashboard. Tells the, you know, hours on it, or how many hours we've actually used this mower, and it should light up on the 2,360 hours. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, she's got some usage on it. But she's a 4-wheel steer, and it'll say right there on the quarter panel there, 4-wheel steer, and that means when you turn the front wheels, the back wheels turn with it. And we really, really like that John Deere tractor. We really like it. But let's go back here and show the barn. That's what I really came on here today, was I wanted to show you all a barn find. And yeah, and we're into these go-kart dune buggy things. There's one back there by Spike. He guards that one too. And there's my favorite dog here. This is Bear. This is Hair Bear. Hair Bear. Yeah, now, I tell you what now, if you mess with me, you got to deal with him. Because that dog loves me. Come on, baby. Come on. I usually whistle and he'll howl. That's Hair Bear. That's my buddy. He'll follow me anywhere I go. Huh, Bear? He'll go anywhere I go. Yeah, he's on me right now. He just loves me. When I leave him, he'll cry for me. There's an old mower there. That's a famous lawnmower. That belonged to Joe Rumping. The transmission on it broke, so we couldn't use it anymore. So we took the engine off of it and the deck and some parts off of it, and we made another mower go. But we're still keeping it around. We plan on... Come on, Spike, be quiet now. We plan on repairing it. After we get a transmission for it, we'll put another motor back on it. We're going to put this together. There's a heater we use out here in the wintertime. It's one of them propane heaters. And, of course, it's not wintertime now, but there's some boards. There's an old, what is that, hot tub. There's an old hot tub that doesn't work anymore. But we got quite a bit of things around here. There's the engine that came off of the one tractor that we actually robbed the engine off of the Joe Rumping's tractor to repair. It was the red Craftsman around back. I just showed you that one. But then here's our barn find. And here we are. Look at this, in the barn. What a barn find. It's my barn. Hey, wow, where'd this come from? It's a 65 Mustang. And wow, look at that. Oh, there's my racing quad. And then, like I told you, I'm into, you know, go-kart style stuff. There's a 2-seater with a roll cage. And then that's the barn find. It's a 65 Mustang. And that Mustang sports a 6-cylinder in it, automatic, one owner. And this car belonged to a little old lady. And I believe it's got 70,000 miles, 71,000 miles, original miles on it. One owner. There's another quad. Wow, where'd that one come from, huh? Yeah, they kind of spawn around here. This interior in this car is really pretty nice still. And you can see that it's sporting a white interior. It's got white interior, automatic. So everything's not as it seems here at Beamer and Son Garage. You guys didn't know I had a barn, but here it is. Under the hood is a 6-cylinder engine, kind of dark in here. I need to run some electric out here. You know, it's old school. It's got a shelf up there, you know, an attic up there. You can see the bottom of it right here. And there's stuff stored in. There's another quad right there. There's my racing quad over there. That actually belongs to the, that go-kart belongs to the son. That's Beamer and Son Garage, but that belongs to my son. The quad, actually, he owns that too. But as you can see, I have it. That's my quad there. But that one actually belongs to my son over there. I call it mine because I'm the one that races it and plays with it. But that's my barn find today. And you can see Spike right there. I don't think you want to try to take for one of these quads for a ride unless you want to deal with him. And he's real low to the ground. He's got a low center of gravity, so your ankles are going to be tore up. He's going to get you. You don't want to mess with Spike. You don't want to come over here. I've had people break into the garage. Since I put Spike on a job, they don't come to the garage anymore. They come in that door right there. And I had the police over here numerous times. And they come in that door and they were stealing stuff in the garage. And there's another one of these go-kart things I have around here. That one there's got a big Honda. Must be about a 15 horsepower engine on it. Something like that. It's a big Honda motor. And it's got a live axle in it. That's Spike's, one of Spike's old dog houses. Of course, he likes to stay in the barn. That's where he stays at, right in there. He stays in the barn. There's a couple other dog houses there. And, of course, Bear's got 2. There's a big trench I had to dig. When it rains really hard, like it's been doing, the water floods and puddles right in this area. So I dug this trench. So now when it rains, the water will fill up, but then it just runs right out that trench. So I trenched that one day, and boy, that was painstaking to get that trenched out. And of course, over here we have, you know, another Mustang. We got Mustangs, and got 8 Mustangs here. We're really into Mustangs. We're just into cars. We're kind of car crazy. So we got a lot of cars. There's over 62 cars here. And we're just into cars, you know, really a lot. And there's our LX Mustang. It's a 4-cylinder automatic. And it's a neat little car. I need to get it out of this back lot and get it out there on the road and run it some. And I plan on doing that. It's a really neat little car. It's got some really nice interior in it. Show the interior of this car. It's really nice inside. Pretty clean. We like the car. You know, when you got a garage, you're going to have old parts. There's 3 gas tanks right there. There's my Duster. Now, there's a car I love. That's the car right there. It's got a pistol grip shifter in it that I put in it. It didn't have the shifter in it. I put the shifter in this car. And we just love this car. It's a little small block with the pistol grip. And there's the pistol grip, people. If you've ever dreamed about having a car with a pistol grip, I just can tell you, you can make it happen. I got the shifter offline on eBay. It didn't have a pistol grip in it. It had this shifter here in it. Is what was in it. And I didn't like it. I wasn't happy with it. So I took the shifter. I took it out. I cut off the shifter itself. And then I bought this offline. It wasn't a factory shifter of any kind. It was a modified shifter that somebody had welded and grinded on it. So it wasn't like I took a really nice shifter and ruined it. So I took this shifter offline. I bought it. And I had it welded onto the shifter that came out of the car. But this is the Duster. This is the 74 Duster that I just love so much. Love this car. I was told it's a 340 car, but we just ran the numbers and we found out it's a 318. So it's not a 340 car like I thought it was. But that's okay. We still like it anyways. And there she is. 318 4-barrel. And this one doesn't have an Optimum battery in it, but it's got an oversized rebuilt battery in it. It's sporting the aluminum radiator, 3-row that we like so much around. We got quite a few of these 3-row radiators. We just love this car. It's really a fun car. It sports a 8 3/4 single track 323 rear end, so it's not a sure grip or nothing like that. So it spins the one tire, the one tire. It's pretty much a one-wheel wonder. The car was originally white, and then it was painted purple. And before that, it was primer. Before it became purple, it was white originally. Then it's only painted it red primer. And that's when I seen this car for the very first time some 20 years ago. Didn't get it then. I wanted it then. I didn't get it. And then somebody got it. They painted it purple. And it went through some other hands, and it ended up being painted gray primer. And then I found the car again after all those years. And with the help of my son, we was able to purchase the car. So now the dream of, the Duster is alive and well. And it's a 3-speed on the floor, standard shift, with a pistol grip shifter in it that I welded to the original 3-speed shifter. And it says, it's, the top of the knob on the shifter says a 4-speed. And of course, it's not a 4-speed. It's a 3-speed, transmission. 318 4-barrel car. And we just love this car. We just love this car. And then we got a lot of other cars here at Beamer Son Garage. Over here is the Charger. My son just brags so much about this car. And I have painstakingly replaced a lot of parts on this car. It's the body work on this car has just been excruciating painful for me, replacing some of the steel and metal and patching it up. And you can see it's silver here, and it's not completed, but it's roughed in on that side. And over here you can see it was like a beige color, original beige color. There's a door that I've already got painted silver, and you can see what the color. So you can see why, I had to paint it. I couldn't stand that color. The roof's been painted. The quarter panel still needs done. So yeah, this car's got the magnums on it in the front, and we just love so much. And there's my Duster again. I love my Duster, and I love my Roadrunner. There's my Roadrunner. But here at Beamer and Son Garage, we got a lot of toys. And this is my Fury here, my 73 Fury 3. And you see right there on the fender, see right there it says Fury 3 on it. So I know what I'm talking about. This is a real Fury 3. This car was famous, made famous in the Thunderbolt and Lightfoot movie with Clint Eastwood and Jeff Bridges. And that was a 2-door version. But what made this car famous in my life was when I was a kid, back in '74, these cars were brand new, 73, 74. And the local police department had these body styles. They were running 440s. They had 440 engines, and they were mean, and they were loud, and just bad. They were bad and loud. I mean, they were just mean. They were fast. They were scary. They had the bubble gum machine on the top, and they were blue and white. And these cars just frightened me. And who would have known years later I'd end up running across this one. This one belonged to a little old lady. I tried to buy this car some 30 years ago, and I couldn't get it. Years later, I found out she lives out here about 5 miles from my house in the town I'm living in now. And she ended up selling us the car. So we got the car, and it's just been a dream come true. Over there, of course, is, the 68 Skylark with the 455. We like the 4-doors around here. You can see there's quite a few 4-doors. There's 1, there's 2. We got some 2-doors too. There's another 2-door. That's a Coupe de Ville. Another 2-door, of course, Crown Vic. That's a 4-door. There's a 4-door we really like around here. That is my 68 Dodge Coronet. And this car is just, for a 4-door, it is mean. It's got the 318 with the 727 and 8 3/4 rear end, and it gets second gear rubber, so it'll annihilate the tire in first. When it hits second, it'll bark second gear. There's the famous Barracuda with the snorkel hood that we like, and The white tow truck. This is the one we call the white truck. And we love this truck. And it's got a bubble gum machine, old school, they call it a bubble gum machine, record light on top of it. And it's made by Beacon Ray. And they call it a bubble gum machine because it looks like an old bubble gum machine that you used to get your bubble gum out back in the 60s. And that's why they call it a bubble gum machine. And of course, this one's got the yellow lens for towing. You know, the fire department would have a red one, and then the police would have a blue one. So this is an old basketball hoop that we used to shoot hoops in. Don't do that anymore. There's my son's go-kart. We have 3 of these go-karts, and this one here, my son was racing one day, and I got the original one up in the shed up there, the original building up there. He's got the original go-karts up in that shed up there. And I was on that one, and he was on this one. He's got another stretched out Indy race car, go-kart car. And he was occupied by one of my son's friends. Anyways, we got out there racing one day, and I beat him with the original cart. But this is my son's here. It's got a big Kohler 8 horsepower engine on it. And there's another one of my Mach 1s. We don't talk about this car too much, but that's a 72 Mach 1. It's a real deal Holyfield. In this case, it's a real deal Beamerfield. And it's a real Mach 1. And you can tell because it's got the honeycomb and the gas tank, excuse me, the gas cap right there. There's the honeycomb gas cap. And this is a real Mach 1. It's a 72 Mach 1, which is the fastback body. There's our caravan right there. That's one of our minivans that we have. We have 2 vans on the property. We've got the red one over there. That's now, of course, the motor van. And then over here is the Barracuda. And of course, it's got the, you know, the rollback sitting underneath of it. It's sitting on the rollback. The rollback's got her up in the air. I smell some gas, and I just think I found it. Yep, there she's leaking right there. You can see it dripping right now. So there's our leak. We're going to have to deal with that today. So we're going to have to get off here at Beamer Son and Garage. And hey, we'll see you next time.